Alright, good afternoon everybody. We're going to be shooting our video today around our summer steak and grilled corn salad, which is going to have baby spinach, tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, reduced fat cheddar cheese, sirloin steak, and we'll have some corn on the cob. As you can see, I kind of got my chimney going over here. I'm getting a little smoke in my eyes, but the first thing I want to do is I want to actually make a vinaigrette. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. Let me tell you a little bit about this meal. So when we actually make this meal, we'll be around 500 calories for the meal. And if you're on Weight Watchers, you're at 10 Weight Watchers points. So you can have a really healthy, fresh, delicious dinner that's not going to break the bank when it comes to points. But let's talk about making the vinaigrette first. So a couple things we need. Got a beef lying around here at us over here. A pretty good sized one. Almost got us there. What you'll see on here, we're going to add a couple of different things. So the first thing is you have a couple of options when making your vinaigrette. They actually talk about using a Dijon type mustard. I actually like whole grain here. It doesn't have as much fat. I like the flavor of it. I think it adds a lot of depth of flavor into the vinaigrette, so it's going to give us a nice flavor. We're going to go in and add a little bit of honey in here. We have some extra virgin olive oil here that we're going to actually add into this as well. We're going to zest and do the juice of half a lime, and then we have some coarse salt, and we have some fresh ground black pepper. That's going to go into our vinaigrette. So let me put that together for you, show you what that looks like. Incredibly easy. So the first thing we want to do is we just want to get some mustard into our bowl here. So we're going to go through here. We're going to add our mustard in. It must be difficult today. There we go. Got 2 good scoops here. Perfect. We're going to add just a little bit of salt here. So we're good there. Add a little bit of black pepper here, as you can see. And that's going to go into our bowl. We're going to go through and work with our lime here now. So the first thing we want to do is we want to zest our lime. You want to come over here at your angle. We want to get the zest of the lime in here. We want to do probably a good half of the lime. We don't need a ton, but we just want to add some of that citrusy flavor in here. It's going to make it actually really kind of pop for us, give it a little bit of zing. It's going to taste really good. So we got our zest in here. Let's go through and cut half of our lime. Get our juicer here. We're going to go in, and we're going to go in and get that juice of half a lime here, which will be excellent. It's going to give us some really, really nice flavor, really summery flavor. And now what we want to do is we want to add just a little bit of honey to give it a little bit of sweetness, not a ton. Adds a nice flavor in here though. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to add in our olive oil, just a little bit at a time. And we want to do is we want to whisk it so we get that nice consistency that we're looking for. So we're just going to add just a little bit first here. Then we're going to go in and whisk that, get that really nice consistency that we're looking for. The nice thing with this is you want to go slow when you're adding in that olive oil. You can't ever take it out. So if you add too much in at the beginning, you're really going to mess up your flavor. So you want to make sure that you add it in just a little bit at a time to get the flavor that you're looking for. This is pretty good. It's got pretty good thickness. We'll add just a little more in here right now. And again, as you're going through this, what you'll see is this is all about giving you a great flavor without having a ton of unnecessary calories. If I had done that Dijon mustard, we would add a lot more calories in here. Not really what we're trying to do. We just want to get a really good depth of flavor so we can put this over our steak and corn and get that really nice meal you're looking for. As you can see, this is pretty easy, right? We're not trying to go too crazy here. Didn't take us too long. We're just a couple of minutes in here. Get a little bit of that honey in there. Now what I do is I just want to taste it on the back here, see how it is. Good consistency. Excellent flavor. So we're going to leave that there. We're done with what we need to do with the vinaigrette. In just a couple of minutes, I'll come back and show you. We'll get the steaks going. We'll show you the salad. We'll show you how to make this whole meal. Thanks. Okay, so we've got our grill up to temperature of where we want to get to. We're right at about 300 to 350. Perfect where we want to go to cook the steak. What I'm going to do now is we have a nice sirloin steak. We're going to take it out here, and we're going to do some seasoning. So this is a pretty good sized steak. This will be cut up for both my wife and I, right? We're not trying to do anything. We're not trying to have this individually. It's a big steak. So we got plenty on here. This is actually bigger than I was kind of hoping for. I was hoping for about a pound. We got about 1.5 pounds. So we've got a lot of meat here. What we want to do is we want to cook this to a nice medium while we're doing it. Again, as I do my steaks, Just like my burgers, I try to keep them pretty simple. The goal is just coarse salt. We want to do both sides, some black pepper, right? Again, we just want to let the flavor of the steak kind of come through. And what's going to happen is we're going to put this on indirect heat. Now on a steak this size, it's probably going to take 6 or 7 minutes per side on the indirect heat. And then I do want to throw it on direct heat for just the last couple of minutes. You'll see we want to use the other hand too. So you don't have to go in and wash all the time. You know, if you're going to flip the steak, use one hand to do it. That way you can actually use your seasoning in the other hand, and you're not worried about contaminating anything. Again, use a fair amount of salt. I think people sometimes get a little nervous. This is a coarse ground salt that I'm a big fan of, that, you know, we actually use with some garlic in it. It's got some garlic and salt in with the salt, so it's a really nice salt on here. We use some coarse black pepper. We just want to get that nice and seasoned up. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this on the grill, and then what will happen is, again, in about 15 or 20 minutes, we'll be ready to go. We want a nice medium. We got the rest of the salad being made right now with the baby spinach, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the red onion. Should be delicious. That vinaigrette came out really good, so that's getting ready to get dressed over the top of it. So I'm just going to get this on the grill here, show it to you in just a few minutes. When it's done, we'll cut it up, show you that nice medium to medium rare inside. We'll finish up making that salad for you. We got to add the corn on there. The corn right now is parboiling. I like to do that first before I throw it on here. I find if you try to cook it on here, it cooks well if you cook it in the husk. But I like to actually parboil, get it a little bit tender, add a little bit of garlic butter onto it before I throw it on here. It gives it a nice little flavor, which tastes awesome. And again, it'll be great in the salad. So look forward to showing that in just a minute. Thanks. All right, we got everything fired up and going. We got the corn directly over the coals. We want some good heat. Our steak's at about 119 degrees. I want to get it to 130 to 135 for that nice medium rare. So we're just finishing on both of those. See that little sausage in the background? That's my mother-in-law. She lives with us. She's not a big steak person, so we got her a little bit of sausage tonight. One of the corn on the cobs is for her. But should just be a couple more minutes. We have to pull this off and add it to our delicious salad. Gonna be a really nice taste of summer. Again, under 500 calories, 10 points with Weight Watchers, with the dressing and the low-fat feta. So just a great, healthy meal that doesn't take up a ton of calories. It's gonna give us a lot of that summertime grilled flavor. All right, I'm gonna give you an awesome hack here on how to get your corn on the cob off without burning your fingers up and going crazy. You can use a bunt pan. So what I wanna do this, right now the corn's just gonna fall right into my pan. You can see it's nicely seared. You're gonna have some good char flavor on there, which will be really, really delicious in that salad. But again, I'm not burning my hands off. The corn's not going anywhere. You see it comes off nice and easy. So you have this nice, delicious corn. So there's a nice, easy summertime hack for you. If you wanna get your corn on the cob off, get yourself a nice bunt pan and you are good to go. Okay, so we've had our steak off the grill for about 5 minutes, letting it set. Hopefully let the juices get back in there. We're gonna cut it up now. We got the salad, which looks really good. Maybe just a little over where I wanted it to go. The steak was a little thinner, so more at a medium well than a medium, but we'll continue to cut some nice pieces out of here. As we get a little towards the middle, we'll be more towards a medium. That's the hard part. I was trying to pay attention here. I thought I was pretty good, but I definitely went a little over where I would like. Not the end of the world. My wife actually prefers more of a medium well to a medium anyway. So again, we'll make everybody happy. We'll still have some really good flavor in there. Just hated the fact that we overcooked it just a little bit. But again, once we get in there, we'll have some really good flavor. You can tell the steak's nice and tender. It's cutting nice and easy. So what I want to do now is I just want to take that steak we have right here. We have the really nice salad right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to add this corn that we just took off of here in the bunt pan. So we're going to add some of that into the mix. We have some really nice flavors in here. We'll go in and we'll add our steak. So we have our nice grilled corn. So you have all the cold elements. You want to do this right before you eat, right? Because you want the cold elements to stay pretty cold as you're doing it, and then your warm elements. So we got our nice steak here. So we got our nice sirloin. Again, more of a medium well than a medium, but again, not bad. Still looks like it has a ton of juice in it, nice flavor. So go through, we'll cut these ones just a little smaller so they're a little bit easier to manage as you're getting them on the plate there. So these are nice pieces of steak. As a chef, you got to try it and see how the flavor is. So let me grab a little piece here and see how it tastes. So we have some amazing flavor on there. I'm a big fan of just using salt and pepper. Don't need to add a whole lot more to it. If you do, I think, again, you're gonna go in and overpower the steak, and you don't really need to. So as you can see, there's some really nice flavor. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna finish it off two things. I'm going to add some of this reduced fat cheddar cheese, feta cheese, excuse me. So this is a new package here, so we just got to get in and get the end off here. So we'll add some of that into here. So we get that nice feta, kind of let it go over the top here. Beautiful, nice flavor. And then we're going to finish with that homemade vinaigrette that we made. And again, give it that really nice flavor. So go right over the top, right around it. Get a really nice presentation. Remember, you eat with your eyes first, right? So when you're making a meal like this, you want to make sure that it looks good. We get all the colors in there, the spinach, the salad, the steak, the feta. We got that nice vinaigrette. That's going to go over the top and give us some beautiful flavors tonight. So again, now you've got your healthy steak and corn summer salad. Under 500 calories per serving. Under 10 Weight Watchers points to actually have it for your meal tonight. So nice meal for us. Look forward to going and having it. Talk to everybody soon. Thanks.